Hi there, this is Tim, and this is an Elite Dangerous video of sorts. I'm making this video because I got some news on Friday that kind of affects people that watch my channel. I know that the majority of people that are subscribed to me watch my videos are watching the Elite Dangerous videos, although I do work for another software developer who makes racing simulations. I know that I post more Elite Dangerous videos than I do of our own product, and that's because Elite Dangerous is kind of my escape from work. And it's very, very important to me, the actual game. It's something that I've been looking forward to for a long, long time. And if you have asked questions on my videos, I've done my best to answer them, to give you the information you would need to support Frontier developments and to purchase the Elite Dangerous game. And one of the questions that I'm actually asked quite a lot and have given an answer for is that will there be a completely offline mode to play Elite Dangerous? And until Friday, the information was that yes, there would be a way to do that. And I've given that information out to people. And on Friday, in a newsletter, after they had told us that we would be getting 5 more ships, that we would be paying less on insurance because we're early backers, that we would be getting all of these perks and things like that, they then said, oh, and by the way, there's no offline mode anymore. That's basically how it felt to me. And I don't really like the way that was done. That's actually, I felt quite disrespected as a backer because of the way that was done. But you know, I kind of feel like I can get over the loss of offline mode easier than I can feeling disrespected by the developer in the way that they released that information. But I wanted to make a video because offline mode was quite important to me, and I kind of want to explain why. But before I do that, so you don't have to watch the rest of the video if you are in a boat where you need a refund, Frontier have said that either you can play in solo mode, which I will explain what that is, which requires an internet connection, or you can go into the store where currently you would buy kind of ship like paint skins and things like that, and kind of request a refund, and basically they'll look at them on a case-by-case basis. Basically, I think if you contact them and say there is now no way for me to play this game because I do not have an internet connection suitable for gaming, then I would hope that they would give you a refund, but I don't really know what they're really intending to do. So anyway, let me first take you through the modes that there was supposed to be in the game. Now, there was supposed to be Ironman, Open, Groups, Solo. Those were online. And then offline was supposed to be offline. Now, Ironman I haven't heard mentioned for quite a long time, and frankly I don't know if it's still going to exist. And that's basically because of now I don't know what's going to exist. But Ironman, basically how it worked is that it's the same as Open, with the exception that if your ship gets blown up, you're dead. And what happens in Open mode is that if your ship gets blown up, you're shown an insurance screen where basically you can get a starter ship, which is free, or you can pay an insurance premium which brings you back to life. And basically if you get killed in hardcore, you then drop down to Open. Now below Open you have groups, and basically the difference between Open and Groups is that Open you see NPCs and you see humans. In Open you are susceptible to PvP, you know, people can come up and try to pirate you, anything like that. And in groups mode, basically you can just add one friend, and then basically you can both play in the same group, and the only other person that you'll see, the only other human player that you'll see will be your friend. And that differs obviously from solo mode. In solo mode, it's still online, you still need an internet connection, but the only other ships you see are NPCs. So you never see another human player, you're not susceptible to PvP or anything like that, but you are at risk of an NPC trying to pirate you. So, you know, but all of those things need an internet connection. Obviously, you would think that Iron Man and Open would use the most data, and groups and lastly solo would use the least. And then what there was also supposed to be was an offline mode. Now offline was supposed to have a more static galaxy, because obviously you're not connected to the internet, where Frontier can trigger events like wars and things like that. Basically the galaxy was kind of going to be like previous Elite games, which were all offline, and none of us really had a problem with them being offline. You know, that's kind of, that wasn't really the point. On Friday, when they announced that offline was gone, obviously, you know, it was a bit of a shock. And why is that really for me? Well, if you've watched previous videos, you know that my internet connection is fine. I can play Open, I can play Iron Man, whatever the hell, you know, I need to, I can do that. That's, you know, it doesn't affect me to the point where I can no longer play the game, although there definitely are people that applies to. My brother, for example, is in Mexico. I'm British and live in the USA, he's British and lives in Mexico. And basically, he doesn't yet know if he can play solo mode. He's going to try and find out, and then he's going to take a refund. You know, that when it was announced, it was upsetting, because what I had intended to do was kind of, you know, share the experience a little bit with my brother, where basically, you know, I would play in whatever mode I play in, he would play in offline, and, you know, we would be able to talk to each other. And that was that gave me a nostalgic feeling back to, you know, when I was a kid playing on my Amiga that I had dragged to a friend's house. We were both sat in his bedroom playing on our separate Amigas, playing offline games where, you know, we would tell my friend what system we were in, you know, what rating I'd just got up to, what I'd just bought, what I'd just sold. You know, and even though we were completely separate, it felt connected. And, you know, like, it just little nostalgic memories, like the fact that his sister came in after we had not moved, like, out of his bedroom for like 3 days, playing single player on you know, Frontier Elite 2, and she said that we both looked like we were, what was it? I think she said that we were anemic, which, you know, it's just one of those memories that I always think of and I always laugh about. And, you know, I kind of wanted that kind of nostalgic feeling back. And, you know, I have a Commodore VIC-20, I have a Commodore 64, I have a Commodore Amiga right here in the USA that came with me. And the reason for that is because I like to look back on my gaming history. I have 2 young daughters, and I want to teach them how to build computers. I want to teach them how to use computers. I want them to go to school and be like I was with computers. I want them to know how to do everything more than the teacher. And excuse me, I have always pictured that in my head, that I would do that with my kids, whether they were boys or girls or whatever. And I wanted them also to experience my older games. I wanted them to see how gaming had changed. I wanted them to try my older games. All of my old equipment works 100%. I've even my 600 has like 8 megs of RAM. It's got a VGA output, which obviously wasn't available at the time. It's actually aftermarket mods that have done that. You know, that's kind of how important this was to me. And you know, that's the image that I had with Elite Dangerous, is that, you know, 10 years down the line, when I wanted to be talking to, you know, my daughter about, you know, the history of gaming and computers and things like that, I wanted to talk about the wireframe model that David Braben had put into Elite 1 and show how groundbreaking that was. And, you know, I've lost that with Elite Dangerous. You know, I can't show the progression if Frontier aren't supporting the game anymore, because there's no offline mode. As soon as those servers go offline, so does Elite Dangerous. And that's why this really got to me, you know. And you know, I can get the games for you right now. You hold on here. You know, and I have obviously the games here. I actually have 3 copies of Elite 2 and 2 copies of Elite 3. But you know, the easiest way that I can spell this out for you is this is Elite 1. If I have suitable hardware, I can play this. This is Elite 2. If I have suitable hardware, I can play this. This is Elite 3. If I have suitable hardware, I can play this. And let's say that I'm now holding my advertised DRM-free premium boxed copy of Elite Dangerous. If Frontier let the servers go offline, I can't play this. So I don't think I can really say anything else. And the only other thing that I kind of have to say is that I appreciate the reasons. I work for a developer, and I understand the reasons. I just don't have to be happy about it, and I don't like the way that we were told. I think there should have been an announcement. It shouldn't have been buried in a newsletter on a single line after a load of crap that I don't even want. You know, I don't want cheaper insurance payments. You know, anything like that. It's that's not important to me in the slightest. And what was important was what I guess I had in my head based on the information that I had had up until Friday, which, by the way, if I didn't say earlier in the video, is 1 week before what is supposed to be the beginning of the game for me, where it'll be the last time that they wipe the stats. And it's only 1 month before the public release. It's literally 1 month until some of us thought we would be able to play offline if we wanted to. And I feel like that's very much the 11th hour. And I guess I have a problem with that as well. And I'm still going to play Elite Dangerous. I still think that that Frontier are actually a quality studio. You know, their development pace has been good. They release relatively bug-free builds that although a lot of people on the forum don't seem to really understand software development in any way, I feel like I do, and I think Frontier are very good at it. And if they say that that offline mode would not really deliver the elite experience that they want to deliver, I can respect that. I just don't have to be happy about it. And people often defend a software developer, which I've never understood, and I see it happening with the studio that I work for too. People on our forum will defend us when, you know, I don't really understand them doing it. And I often think arguments would last, you know, a tenth as long. I think acceptance would come a lot quicker if often that didn't happen. And people just let the developer speak to the people that are actually affected by the problem. Because you getting in the middle, often giving incorrect information, like there was never going to be an offline mode, yes there was, is really just not helpful. So anyway, that's my little rant, and I guess I will see some of you on the Frontier, those of you that don't have an internet connection suitable for gaming. You're probably not going to be watching my videos anyway, because YouTube uses a fair bit as well. But I know that there's like a lot of kind of truck drivers and people that travel around on business and things like that that have, you know, gaming laptops, and you guys are kind of screwed really if you can't get a suitable connection. But I hope that you'll try solo mode so that you can play Elite Dangerous on a poor internet connection. But if you have no internet connection, you are out of luck. So if you are away from home, anything like that, being deployed somewhere by your job or by armed forces or whatever, that's it. It's done. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.